Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 30 of 108 days of Internal Alchemy, where Sara, is a student of my own teachings. What does that mean? I've been on this path for almost a decade, and I've been very deep on this path for almost a decade. So it's not that I don't do this every day, because this is my life. However, I'm showcasing it for 108 days. I teach about it for 108 days, and I set myself up energetically to expand in a certain direction energetically as a human. And I use this process to do it. So I use the pressure and the stress that this is creating in my body, as I'm not comfortable doing this. If you want to know more about that, I have the first round of 108 days. So welcome to practice. Today we are talking about I am my own creation. So life keeps showing me that we are co-creating. So because I've just been in a fantastic space for the last couple of days. Simba's been away, and I've been on my own, and it's been amazing. And the gifts just keep on giving. And I've been telling you about this. Okay, spinal flow first, root lock. I've been telling you about this series of happenings that has been challenging my old anger and old grief. So when a bigger thing happens, it affects us like a domino. I told you that. But so the domino means that there's more than one or two, but they kind of go slower and slower and get smaller and smaller. But they have, like, when they say, what is it in the Bible, that all things are three? Yeah. Okay. Just wake up the spine a little bit. I'm still moving a lot of energy in the upper chest. Or in the chest, upper chest. Try different angles with the shoulders. I'm adding in the sides. So because Simba's been away for a while, he messaged me and says, I'm on my way. Then I know he's an hour away. And then I start to prepare, and I start to adapt to him, and that he's going to come home, and all of these things. And then when it's been 2 hours, there's something in me like, what is happening? And that triggered something in me. Like, someone says they're going to come, but they don't. Sounds like abandonment. Sounds like a father wound. Bingo. Side to side, if you haven't done it yet. That really popped something open under the heart, the middle of the spine. So for some reason, I hadn't done this live today, and I've been in such a great space, so it would have been more natural for me to do it more early, but I just had a feeling like something's going to happen that's going to give me some content. That was what I felt like. Okay, so I wait. And then I got pissed off, and I'm like, oh, damn it. That's what it is. And so this is where I am my own creation. I get to choose who I am from here. So I grabbed my computer and I just stomped up the stairs, and here I am. This is what I choose to do instead of getting pissed off and directing it at someone who has nothing to do with my experience. He's free to come and go whenever he pleases. I say that all the time when he's like, I'm going to come back by 4. And I'm like, yeah, come whenever you want. I don't need reporting. So I didn't get upset until he said that he was going to come home. Okay, on your knees. Let's move some energy. And relax, have a seat. Observe, close down the eyes, chin to chest. Anchor the energy down, down, down. Remember the root lock. Just feel the energy just flow over your skin and just feel the vibration in the energetic field. Just allow everything to settle as I transmit a little bit. So who is it that I'm angry at, really? I was angry at myself because I adapted my energy to someone else. That was my choice. So that's who I'm mad at. I'm not mad at anyone else. And that's the people pleasing. So I started to adapt into something that I didn't want to do. And I started to wait, and I started to attach my energy to something outside of myself. And this is the trigger from the child, because as a child, you always adapt to the parents. You know, they run the household. But then that pattern stays because that has not been processed. So now today I got to witness my own pattern that I connected to something outside of myself in a way that is unbalanced. It's unfair to him. It's unfair to me. It's an unbalanced. It's an unhealthy attachment style. So I took my computer, I went upstairs, and I explained to you instead in real time how it works, because then it will be easy for you to notice when you do the same thing. Okay, let's work with the belly a little bit. Breathing in, expand the belly, relax, almost like fall forward, Santa belly. Breathe out and pull in. Breathe out, expand. Breathe in, pull the belly, pull the belly button towards the spine and up. You can put your fingers like in the solar plexus on the by the ribs, and go down and up, side to side. opening up. Circles. Massaging the belly, opening up the diaphragm. Because underneath the anger, there's usually grief. Grief is usually stuck in the lungs somehow. The lungs are stuck to the diaphragm is stuck to the belly. Spreads like wildfire. So we're opening up the central channel, session by session, bit by bit, piece by piece. And I forgot to say that I forgot to mention in the Telegram group that I'm going live. Sorry about that. I forgive myself for being human and being angry and stomping up the stairs. So there I noticed, that's where the past, the energy of the past is dictating this present moment. And I don't like that. Okay, big breath in, big breath out. Breathe in halfway and pump. And breathe out. Circles. So after that incident, and since I come here, my shoulder that I've been having problems with for many, many years. And that has been connected to a problem in my neck that I've also had for many years. And I can feel that shoulder is acting up. So that means it's probably connected. So I'm moving the energy in the shoulders, and that's what we are also doing in the breath of life. So back on the knees. Fingertips together. Root lock. Find your position. So you notice that I'm not telling you to adjust anymore. I expect that you have your own speed, your own tempo. So that's why also, if you're new here, start from the beginning if you want to do this properly. If you don't, then do what you want. Freedom is your birthright. Freedom of choice. Freedom to create whoever you want to be. So this is what I choose to do instead of conflict. I speak towards the energy, but I take full accountability for it. And I just speak to it. I'm not acting out. I don't become it. I don't make it believe anything about anyone else. I don't judge. I don't project. I just deal with it as it is my own. Because if I do, that means I can do that with every single aspect in my life. And that's when I become the creator. So as you start to open up the body, as you start to align, come back to your true self, the creation also starts to move. As you move the past out of the system. and rest. Observe. Observe the body take care of the activation by itself. As I observe my body taking care of the anger for me. As I choose to create another reality for myself. Rub your hands together. Pressure on the eyes. Move the neck. Big belly breaths. Move to the ears. Twist. Open and close the jaw. Move and twist. Right elbow to left knee. Left elbow to right knee. Right to left. Left to right. Open up the neck. Pull the ears. Move the neck. Move the shoulders. We're using the breath to move the energy. This is the main reason we're using the breath. We are in the breath section of Internal Alchemy. We're about to start moving into the fascia. So then we need to bring the breath because we need to, the breath needs to help us move the energy that we're going to move when we are going deeper into the fascia. Rub your neck. At some point, we're going to do the lymphatic massage as well. This is one part. There's a lot of lymph nodes around the neck. This is a very, 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 very good thing to do every day. Because then you start to activate your throat chakra. You start to come back to the throat. That starts to connect the truth that you are receiving and start to connect it with the below the neck, so you can reach the heart. And the vagus nerve is here, and the lymph nodes. So this is a powerful spot to just start to pay attention to. If you would come back to this just every day, just a couple of times every day, when you wait for things or you just have a moment. The jaw. I managed to massage myself. It's when I do the deep fascia movements, so I get bruises. That means it's tight. So a lot of the energy that's why we start to look so old, because it's like we're not releasing the old identities, because we go through life and we recreate ourselves all the time. When you start university, I mean, I didn't go to university, but when you study, you're different when you come out on the other side, and then you get a job, and then you maybe get a family and maybe you get kids. There's identities, but we never let anything go. And that is kind of, it's in the face. So I've been working a lot with that. That's why I started to incorporate the eyes and the ears early in this, because we're gonna release. Okay. On your knees. So I'm noticing that I'm going deeper and lower. So I'm very careful about my lower back. So then I intuitively slow down. So where my body is telling me to slow down, I slow down. If I move fast, it's only because my body is inviting me to it. The body is also responding by dropping weight on the scale. I've been telling you that it's been the same on the scale since I began, like a month ago now. But now it released 2 kilos just in a couple of days after this incident. 5 more breaths. You can start to feel into how it feels in the hamstrings or in the psoas, in the joint, the groin, the inner thighs. And have a seat. Just relax. Slow everything down. Grab your notebook or contemplate or just speak out loud. Today I choose to create. Today I choose to create. So for me, that would be, I'm choosing to create the highest version of myself. It's time. Feel a lot of energy moving up my eyes. You can see it in the camera that my eyes look tired and like processing something. Really happy about that. To finalize the sentence, just drop into your natural spinal flow. Give yourself a couple of minutes while I bridge us out of the session. It's getting clear that my main thing, the main way to work with me moving forward will be in the mastermind. I also do a couple of live recordings of my programs, but that is just to create a body of work, the teachings, so that's recorded. Programs is not going to be my main thing. The mastermind is going to be my main thing. And then the one-on-ones will be either not accessible at all, or invitation only, or very rare and high priced for one-off sessions. It will probably only be available for people who are working with me long term, who are really wanting to go deep. So if you're feeling curious about working one-on-one with me, I will, if that is the case, if we do a one-off session, I would send you some information to fill in and share what it is that you want to move through, or what it is that you want to work on. And then I will ask you a couple of other things to receive some of your energetics, so that I can get a grip on what we are unlocking. And then you show up for the session, and then we start to dig into what is blocking you from achieving what it is that you want, or what it is that you're moving through that you're unable to. Or if you're going through a lot of fire, we drop into the body, we move through what it is that is actually the fire is about. So that's going to be available until the end of the 108 days. So my calendar, you just snag a session. They are now $111. If they are still there after the 188 days, I decided they are $1,111. But now I'm contemplating that they're not even going to be available. So I'm just being fully transparent here with my accessibility. So the mastermind, that's going to be available. That's going to be very available and a lot of fun. So that's going to be, because what I love to do is to create experiences that really opens people up into who they really are, what this world is really about, what is accessible to us. And it's not that difficult. When you really want it, it's not that difficult. It's we have to walk through the fire, of course, it's almost as I remove the one-on-one sessions, because the group experience is so good. But some people are not ready for the group experience, and they have to have one-on-one sessions. And people who are really interested in going deep also need one-on-ones. And if you want to just move through something quick because it's fun, because it's available right now. So August 26th, the mastermind journey begins. The Miracle Alchemy Mastermind. That's it. If you are looking for extraordinary transformation, that is where that belongs. That's where that is. Have a beautiful day. I don't even think he came back yet. So he's by nature, he is the investigator. He needs to kind of get lost in space and time and not have obligations and time and things to report to. So I'm very like, don't report back. And I don't want him to check in with me all the time. So this was only a gift from the heavens in order to piss me off. So that I could go here and transform it, transmute it, and choose who I am. And when he comes back, he's not gonna know, well, I sent a message that I think he will interpret as a little bit, he can feel that something's up, but that I'm not projecting it. I could remove that, but that wouldn't be honest. I just told him I felt like an idiot sitting waiting for someone that I don't need to wait for. And that was true, because I don't need to wait. I did that. I created that whole mess. And an earlier version of myself would have projected that back to the one who said that they were going to come, but they didn't come. Anyone recognize anyone? Anyone has been in there? And that triggered, because that was then every single interaction that I had with the masculine after that experience. So that has been my whole life until I found a fantastic person when I was 27 or something. My ex. That's when it started to shift. But before that, that was the only thing I knew about the masculine, was that they said something and then they didn't deliver. So now we changed that, because that was all me now. That's freedom. Now I need to go. But thank you so much. I'm very happy about everything. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. If you have questions, comment them in the comments. I will reply. If you want more closer proximity and ask questions and get the recordings and the written session companions to the teachings that I share every day, that's in the Telegram group, also free. That is also in the link below. And I'm hosting receiving energetics workshop on July 17. That's 2.5 hours interactive workshop on the energy of receiving and connecting it from the things that we talk about that everyone knows and how it actually works in real life. So it's a $33 unless you are part of the membership, Wellspring membership. Enough about that. I'm 2 minutes over. So here I am stealing your time. You see, we do it everywhere. So okay, ciao, love you, bye.